I hope you guys like my setup. It's super nice. I know my hair, let's ignore it for now because it's not looking the best, but like let's ignore my hair for now. Welcome back to my channel. Hey guys, in my last video I was literally going on about how I'm going to be posting like every day, and here I am. I haven't posted in but like it's actually not my fault this time because I was actually kind of sick, and even now like I'm kind of like I'm okay. Like I was actually like kind of sick. I didn't really feel like filming, but I'm better now, and I actually rarely get sick. Like I rarely get sick thing, so it was actually kind of surprising for me. I was like, whoa. Basically today I'm going to be reading fan fiction because like I actually wasn't that obsessed. You know, there was people who were more obsessed than me. Wattpad was my thing. I actually didn't really write my own stories. That would have been like a kind of funny video if I actually reacted to like my own Wattpad stories, but like to be honest, I did actually write one story, but I only wrote like one chapter. I don't even think I published it. It's not really worth like me actually showing you guys, to be honest. So I'm just gonna be reacting to weird fan fictions, like just random fan fictions that I found on Wattpad, and I'm gonna be showing you guys because I feel like I haven't read Wattpad in like ages. So literally since I filmed on my phone, I was debating like should I film this video on like my Sony Handycam because that's like the camera I used to use, but then my phone camera quality just like way better, so I was like I really like don't want to do that. So I've actually got my laptop here. I'm literally gonna be reading Wattpad on my freaking laptop, which sounds so stupid because like who does that? I've probably done this before at like the smaller age of like 13 or something, but like you know, like we don't talk about that. My laptop is like foldable, so like let's do that. Oh my gosh, you see that? Anyways, the first story I'm going to be reading, it's going to be about Outer Banks in celebration of Outer Banks season 3 coming out. I've already finished it, and I finished it over the course of like 3 days. Can't say much about it because of spoilers. Love the ending. Let's get into the first story. The first story is actually just called Outer Banks Imagines. Before we actually get into reading the Wattpad stories, if you guys came into the video thinking it's going to be like smuts, let me tell you, I cannot read smuts on this channel because I know of children who watch this channel, and plus I don't know if I want my channel to include that type of stuff, so like peep Oreo in the back. She's just like sitting and like staring. I feel like she's judging me right now. Probably is. Anyways, I literally feel like an iPad kid with this. Okay, so the first chapter is called Jealousy, Rafe. I'm guessing this is like a little like Rafe Cameron Imagine chapter, because I think they're doing like imagines of like multiple different characters. So let's talk about Rafe for a second. Rafe is like so angry for like no reason, always stressed, always stuttering to the heavens, and it's so funny to watch. But like I think he has like serious issues. But like Drew Starkey, like the actor, that's the thing. Like that's the reason I don't completely hate Rafe, because he's actually kind of cute. I'm gonna start reading. The alcohol swirled around in his mouth as he glared at her glory. Swears his grip on the glass, forcing it to break. Hey, Rafe. Copper's eyes widened at the scene of the broken glass and split liquor. Oh, what happened? He asked, noticing cuts on his hands where the glass broke. Nothing. Cheap glass, he says, keeping his gaze on her. His gaze on who? Like, am I like, is it like Your Name? Probably. Oh wait, when I used to read Wattpad, like, is it me like the Your Name fanfictions were like not it? You look beautiful, Your Name. Okay. I'm from the city. JJ paused, taking her hand and placing a kiss. She smiled. Thank you, JJ. He nods his head. Would you like to dance? He asked sweetly. JJ was being awfully nice this evening, skipping ahead to when it actually gets like kind of interesting. Rafe pulled her inside. Why are you doing this to me? Taunting me, teasing me, dancing with a effing pogue. What the F is that? His voice getting louder and louder. That sounds like Rafe. What? I'm just dancing with him, and use your damn inside voices. I don't care, Rafe states. Oh really? Well, you for sure sound like you care. You almost sound jealous. She giggled evilly. Rafe clenched his teeth. I just don't want you to be effing talking to him. Rafe snapped back, trying his best to not sound too harsh. Wow, you're really getting worked up about this. She smirked. He pushed her towards the wall, his arm just above her shoulder and his other resting on her upper hip. Rafe tilted his head. Don't get cocky with me, Your Name. Rafe's words slurred out. She winked at him, his eyes darkened. Okay.
I have to laugh. I'm sorry. This is so ridiculous. I can't stand here. I can't sit here and hear this.
This is giving like abuse, but it's also giving like Rafe, because like I can totally imagine this go down in the show. Like they're literally inside and he wants everyone to hear they're arguing about. Like But like, I'll be surprised because that is literally exactly how he would behave. Write about what you want on wattpad, but it's like, are people like really fantasizing about like Rafe doing this to them? Like, I don't know, you want him to like go Rafe on you? You want him to like...
Stop! I'm talking now!
Wattpad is a scary place. We're starting off like easy because like this is not even that concerning. Like, what is concerning is why people are fantasizing about this. Like, I don't really understand. But like, you know, everyone has what they like. Everyone has what they like. Maybe that's just like a little it's a better word to use. Preference, yeah. We're gonna use that word. Like, just a little preferences. What I'm gonna be reading right now, Eddie Munson fanfiction, because I already know like the Eddie fanfictions, like the Eddie stands back in summer last year when Stranger Things 4 dropped were very weird. You know, but we're not gonna let the fandom ruin Stranger Things for us because that's my show. Like, you guys already know. This one's called Eddie Munson One Shots. A lot of the other stories in there, I tried like looking at some of them, like which one is the most concerning? And a lot of them were like retelling Stranger Things 4, like kind of, like adding your name. That probably would be really interesting for like someone who has a crush on Eddie Munson. But like, I'm doing for the sake of this video, I do not be reading Eddie fanfiction. Please don't think that I do. I'm not that type of individual. And no offense if you do, because you know Eddie's great. Eddie's great. Like Joseph Quinn. And like, I love Joseph. But like, all of these stories that I'm reading in this video, I don't do this in my free time. Anyways, this one's called Eddie Munson One Shots, and I think it's basically like imagines. And this chapter is called Toxic. So I'm gonna start reading. Summary. Eddie loves your name, maybe a little too much. It was little things here and there that Eddie did that were a little off. Eddie started off as sweet and caring, but the longer your name was in the relationship, the more it got strange, almost obsessive, toxic. It sounds so dramatic, like strange, obsessive, toxic. But like, why are people fantasizing about this? Like, Eddie started out by being extremely possessive of what was his. Your name wasn't allowed to be friends with guys, which was hard because your name was such a good person, a nice person. Then it was jealousy. Man, did Eddie get jealous seeing your name talk to someone in the hallways. It was so tiring to date Eddie Munson, but she liked him, so she stayed. Enormous girl staying in a toxic relationship, like, so he would literally tell her like, you're not allowed to be friends with guys, you're not allowed to like talk to people. Like, he would be like her dad basically. I know it's like imagines, like this is like fantasy, like this isn't Eddie. He didn't give me that vibe. Yeah, I'm gonna skip to parts that's like kind of dramatic. I got my head and I feel so pretty. Do you like it? Your name was getting into Eddie's van. Who were you trying to look pretty for? Was the only question Eddie had to ask. For me, I just thought you'd like it. Eddie just hummed in response, pulling out of your name's driveway. So you don't like it? I didn't say that. You just didn't tell me you were getting it done. Eddie's grip on the steering wheel tightened, making his knuckles turn white. You should have asked me, Eddie said angrily. I don't have to ask you about getting my hair done. It's my hair. What?
But I?
This one is actually really funny because like he's gonna get mad because she got her head on. Like, he has a problem with that. So he gets angry, like you should have asked me to get like, he's literally taking out his anger on his car, on his steering wheel. He's a sweet guy, you've been friends for years. I think it's better if you don't hang out with him again. Your name paused her motions at his sentence. Why would you say that? Your name asked, confused. He was the last friend your name had. All of her others had stopped talking to her. Eddie told them to never speak to her again. He told them they were no good for her. So he got rid of all of her friends? He's that jealous that she can't even have friends? Like, your name didn't understand why they all refused to even look at her. Little did she know Eddie had sabotaged her friendships just so he could have her all to himself. His princess, his babies, his, no one else's. Why does it sound like she's like his possession or something? Like, she can't even have friends now. She can't even socialize. Like, now it's just Eddie and her. Why do you act like this? He's my friend. Your name yelled at Eddie, trying not to cry. She had heard Eddie say the same thing over and over again for the last few months. She was sick of it. Sick that her friends won't even talk to her. Because I see the way he looks at you, Eddie yelled back. Get away from me. I just want you to be safe. I don't trust him. Eddie yelled back, seeing your name's tears fall down her face. Now they're having a screaming match, and like rightfully so, because what is he doing? Like, all your friends are gone. Like, is he done scared them away? I think really he just told them, stop hanging out with her, you're not good for her. I feel like he threaten them. I feel like he maybe he even physically threatened them, because like it's not even like they're not talking to her, they won't even look at her. Now that's fair. And when it's come to this part, this is like when they're actually breaking up, which is good because like speed up this relationship, because like it should not exist. Are you breaking up with me? Eddie felt his whole body tighten up, heartbroken that she would even think about leaving him. Yeah, I am. We are so done. I need to get out of here. Your Name shook her head, stomping off to their room, followed quickly by Eddie. You're not leaving. Eddie slammed their room door shut. He did what? He's holding her hostage now, like it's getting serious. The F I am. Your Name grabbed a bag and started to put some clothes in it. No, you're not. Eddie ripped the bag from Your Name's hand, throwing it to the side. It's because of him, isn't it? Eddie said, stepping closer to Your Name. Because of who? Your Name was confused at Eddie. She doesn't talk to anyone but him. Stop acting so innocent. Effing Steve. Steve Harrington.
Oh my god, it's not funny.
It's just so funny. Like, of course it's gonna include the Stranger Things universe, but she doesn't talk to anyone else. Like he is filled with delusion. Steve, I haven't talked to him in months because of you. Really? Because he came looking for you a few days ago. Eddie cornered her to the bed, letting her sink in it. He towered over her, his dark energy absolutely engulfed Your Name. What? Is he like a monster now? Is he from the upside down? Like, I feel like he is. He's acting evil. Like, he must be a D&D creature. Like, no way.
Huh? Oh no. What?
Do you not love me anymore? I give you everything. I love you, Your Name. I do that stuff because I care about you. Texting you from every evil in the world. Eddie picked up a small glass by the bed, threw it at the wall, allowing the glass to shatter around them. Eddie didn't even flinch at the glass falling to his feet. Now he's using that tactic. I do all these toxic, abusive things because I love you. That's not love. That's definitely the most concerning one so far. I don't really understand, why do people fantasize about like being in these toxic relationships? Like, I get why you would fantasize like about nice things, but about abuse? These images were so funny to read, honestly. Like, some of them were just like strange. I know people do the most for images, but it's like, why? But like, I love wattpad. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on that post notification bell so you get notified whenever I upload a new video. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.